Right. The construction is over. No. Right. Hello and welcome into part 2 of the Wolfenstein Retrospective. I'm Ross Hartley. He's Isaac Wagner. We're here to look at Return to Castle Wolfenstein. A couple of weeks ago we looked at Wolfenstein 3D, the classic, often seen as the granddaddy of FPSs. Now, this is the game's first proper follow-up. We did have a look at Spear of Destiny before, but that was basically just a mission pack for Wolfenstein 3D. This is the first one with, completely new graphics, game engine, mechanics, weapons, all that stuff. Different developer on it. id, still have a credit on there for doing something, but
sometimes I don't know.
But it was primarily developed by Grey Matter, who were previously a company called Zatrix, who did games like Redneck Rampage and Kingpin. So that's the heritage there for you. We'll watch some of this opening cutscene. All the story stuff is pretty bad, as you can imagine.
Is this the one where he's on a ship, like a sea ship?
A sea ship?
No, that's Ravens, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Good stuff.
But I mean, this game's pretty long. I haven't finished it in years, so.
So is this?
This came out in 2001, by the way, nearly 10 years after the original game. So.
Yeah, Halo looks a lot better than this.
Oh, I don't know. I would say it's about on par with Halo. I would say it looks maybe slightly better than Halo.
I need to see more of it. I'm just joking. FOV.
I would have been. It's that era of graphics for sure. I mean, it's not.
The faces look better than the faces in Halo.
Yeah, it's not a million miles off that though. That's definitely that sort of game.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for talking over this, by the way. It's really.
I can't even hear it, so whatever.
Well, I mean, most people aren't going to be able to hear it anyway. Hopefully. I don't want people to hear it,
So is this theoretically a direct sequel to Wolfenstein 3D?
I believe so. I think every game I like that Wolfenstein's never been rebooted because they've never... Yeah, the whole Robo Hitler thing.
Yeah.
That was their way of always getting around that. It was like, oh no, we've already done that. Or whatever.
Okay.
That's been done, is what their answer always is.
I wonder if they'll bring it back for that new one.
Nope.
That'd be pretty good.
But let's reboot Doom 3 times over. Sure.
I mean, yeah, I just... Plus, the Wolfenstein story is basically non-existent anyway, so...
Yeah. I mean, so is Doom's, but they feel the need to reboot that one over and over again. Well, if...
Because they changed the tone of it. It seems like so severely.
Yeah, well...
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well,
but, I mean,
we'll get to that,
it didn't handle this one explicitly, so...
No. I like I said in the previous one, Wolfenstein 3D and Spear of Destiny, there were the only ones that id did. With this one being done by Grey Matter, and Wolfenstein 2009, for lack of a better title, was done by Raven. So, and the new game, Wolfenstein: New Order, is done by Machine Games. So that actually makes this franchise interesting. I like that it has a developer every time I look a different one.
I guess at the same time, it's kind of sad to see your property move around so much.
But a new one comes out like every 5 to 10 years, so I think they can get away with it.
Sure, but you're never in charge of it. You always get your name on the box, but that doesn't mean anything.
See, I'm gonna skip this. This is shite.
It's very so.
I can't even skip it.
Is this indicative of the tone of the game?
No.
Like slow, kind of plodding, atmospheric?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So, once you get into the actual game, you'll notice that at the start it sort of mimics the original Wolfenstein 3D, in that you start off in a jail cell with just a knife and there's a dead guard in front of you with a pistol. So the original mission here has you escaping from Castle Wolfenstein, but I'll mention the ports of this briefly. I'll probably talk about them in more detail later, but the ports of this, actually, the Xbox and PS2 versions, they had exclusive prologue missions that this version doesn't have.
So it
actually has a different start to that.
BJ's dark past.
So I stabbed that evil Doctor Nazi in the bum. That's how the stealth basically works.
I mean, I don't know. This seems pretty slow compared to what we were seeing before Wolfenstein 3D.
Well, I'm playing it slowly. I'm playing it like a stealth man.
I mean, that wasn't even an option in Wolfenstein 3D, so.
No, barely. But you could, you did see the backs of enemies. Like if they didn't notice you, you could sort of run up behind them and get the drop on them that way.
I guess this one feels more authentic to like Wolfenstein's original origins as like a stealth thing, right? So.
Yeah.
Apparently, like Wolfenstein, the New Order will have some stealth stuff apparently. So.
Oh boy.
And that's why we're doing all this retrospective stuff is in anticipation of the next one. Game.
Yeah.
Ross is extremely excited about it.
Just a little
I'm
bit.
very curious about it. I don't have a history of the franchise. I haven't played this game. Didn't play Wolfenstein 3D. Don't have any history of the franchise. But this is our chance, Ross' chance, to show me what it's all
Well, you
about.
did play the last one. So
I
you're sort
did,
of
in
lying.
fact.
Yeah.
But I guess I forget about it because I really didn't like it. So
It's because you're bad.
fair
You
enough.
You can kick down doors in this one. It's kind of nice.
Dead Space 3 better than Wolfenstein 2009. Much better.
I'm not going to get into that.
It's true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This game has secret areas. I don't know that many of them, but I know this one, so I'm going to show it off.
This big thing on screen saying secret foul.
Yes, it does.
Good.
It does that.
Good.
Yeah. I think this is a very... What's the word?
This seems slower than yeah.
I don't know. Movement speed's pretty fast, dude. Maybe the FOV doesn't give it any problems, but it's actually a pretty fast moving game.
Yeah,
And
just
this is
like
walking speed. I haven't even been doing any sprinting. There is a
Running,
sprint in
okay.
this.
like there's like one or two guys maybe at most. Like it seems pretty mellow so far.
It's the first level.
Huh?
Why are you being such a...
Kick it off. Halo's first level, man. Billions of enemies.
Yeah, but, you know, Halo wasn't even out yet. You know,
2000?
well,
2001.
both came out around the same time, late
Yeah.
2001, yeah.
So where does this get ported to? Xbox? Original
Xbox and PS2, yeah.
PS2?
Both very different versions. Both different people doing the ports and everything. But the PS2 version had like slight RPG elements in it.
Weird.
Which was cool. That was how they rewarded you for doing the secret stuff, which I thought was cool. That was a good idea because you don't get a lot for doing the secrets in the other versions. So I thought that was something, you know.
I'm guessing the Xbox version ran better.
It did. It looked better too. It looks a lot like this.
Remember when the Xbox used to be a real game console?
Still is, don't it?
No, it's just your Netflix box. 2720p, awful. Though, Wolfenstein New Order, 1080p, 60 frames a second on Xbox One.
On Xbox One, making it maybe the first.
Forza.
Okay. Maybe the second? Yeah, like that.
I don't know what Kinect Sports or anything like that runs at.
Yeah, like a lot of that stuff, it's not even...
I'm sure Strider runs at 1080p, 60 frames.
It might do, yeah, I don't know.
I thought that was like a big, fuck yeah, our arcade game can run. Like, oh, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
Double Helix. Amazon Game Studios.
Oh no, don't get me started on that.
I'd see this on Amazon Game Studio. The Kindle Fire.
Oh yeah, it's just like, out of nowhere, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Why not?
What you've all been waiting for. It's kind of remarkable how much that controller looks like a Xbox One controller.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess apparently a lot of dead zone in the analog sticks and D-pad sucks.
That's no good. It's hard making controllers, apparently.
It's weird seeing like that Steam controller constantly evolve. Like now it has buttons instead of like the touch thing in the middle,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I wonder when eventually like, fuck it, here's analog sticks now. That seems core to the design because to replicate mouse movement.
I had some hot food back there to get my health back. I think this game's pretty faithful to the original, I have to say.
It's very dark.
Is it? Maybe that's just the stream.
I mean, there's a bunch of candles and stuff, but
It's slightly atmospheric, you know. We'll get to some...
it's hard because like when I think of Wolfenstein 3D, I think of blue. So
yeah, It's the
So this
first
kind of
one.
goes against that.
Yeah, it's the first one in the series to actually have, quote unquote realistic visuals. I think for the time this is one of the best looking games probably ever made. It would be up there with like Max Payne, I would say.
Seems like people always say that about like id games though, so or id Engine.
Yeah, but this looks like a lot better than Quick 3 did, and it's the same engine,
I'm gonna go back to Rage. I wonder how that looks on PC.
Yeah, heard that PC
really
version
good on
has
360.
problems. So yeah, you even get a like a treasure counter thing at the end there. And there's a nice touch. Even though I just walked to the exit, it does warn you like this is going to be the exit. If you keep on walking here, it's going to be the end. So it's sort of, if you want to hunt around for all the secrets, you can do that. So that's.
We found 2 of the secret areas. What are you doing?
I know. I don't know any. They're really hard to find. They're really.
Do you have the similar issue with the secret areas as you did in Wolfenstein 3D? Is that they're kind of useless? They're kind of pointless.
No, I think they're useful in Wolfenstein 3D. I just don't think they're very useful in this game.
I mean, Wolfenstein 3D,
I picked up
it was just
gold.
treasure, which is why you didn't like them.
Oh yeah, this game has that as well. It's just treasure, but doesn't do anything. That's why I like that PS2 version. I thought it was sort of an interesting thing.
I wonder if they'll have like secrets. I wonder how faithful that Wolfenstein game is going to be to what the collective consciousness of what people believe Wolfenstein to be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard to pinpoint because I feel like Wolfenstein's been so many things over the years. And means so many different things to different people.
I guess so, but I think that you'll see with all 3 of the main games we're going to look at, they're not that different in terms of ideas, if you know what I mean.
In terms of like concept and thematic approach.
Yeah, like overall vision, it seems like, even though they're all different developers, it's like, they're all singing from the same hymn sheet, to use that expression,
I do like some of the destructible stuff going on here. Like that railing blowing out, dudes falling through, that's a nice touch.
By the way, for the folks, I don't know if I mentioned this at the start, I probably didn't. The FOV is pretty damn narrow. I can fix it, but I fixed it earlier, but I didn't save it when I went to close down the game and stuff, and I just could not be bothered fixing it.
Is Pistol in this better than the one on Wolfenstein 3D?
No.
Okay, good. At least there's remaining authentic too.
And like the original, they both use the same ammo, so there's like no reason to use it.
Okay, really?
Yeah. You'll find documents that sort of explain some of the lore if you really care about that.
I like how the level overlaps on itself.
Yeah, it's pretty classic FPS level design in that respect. Not necessarily mazes, but like levels that sort of intertwine and sort of lap around on each other in unexpected ways. Let's say.
I'm a sucker for that. Like Dark Souls is like that.
Yeah.
I like a game that has a world and makes it feel like a real world.
Yeah, and I think this feels
Call of Duties and stuff like that, campaigns, they just feel like like a roller coaster ride. Like it's on rails. If you go slightly outside, like it doesn't exist anymore. I mean, that's true of these games and games like Dark Souls and stuff like that. But how they make sense geographically, is really appealing to me.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense to me. It's a like crazy Nazi castle. I don't know.
Sure, I mean, yeah. I do like when you go back to that first level, there was that secret where like the candlestick was crooked and you put it back and then open the wall. That's good shit. I like that.
Yeah. The secrets in this game are like that.
Have you ever seen the movie National Treasure?
No.
I like that movie because it's kind of weird conspiracy theory shit, and I love conspiracy theories. I don't know if you know this about me, Ross.
No, I don't.
I'm a huge conspiracy theory nut. I love it.
Alex Jones.
That's why I kind of like Wolfenstein in concept, because it's kind of like that. I get not so much in 3D, but I'm getting more of a vibe from this one, and especially the New Order, about kind of like the weird alternate history, conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah. No.
Also, it looks like a Starbreeze game, so that's cool. Ain't no one making those
I
anymore.
think,
Even servers.
yeah. Even though you thought this was kind of slow to begin with, is it quickened up for you now?
It's quickened up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the last true classic FPSs. You know, you carry all the guns, you move pretty quick, you just go through, you pick up health, and there's secrets and stuff. Like, it's one of the last one of those, I think, before, you know, Halo came out and really changed everything.
Yeah. Redefine the landscape.
It did.
So is that gonna be your article about history of first-person shooters and
History of first-person shooters, wow. I didn't think about it right now.
well, what was the article you're working about, like the rebirth of the old school shooter for modern day genre?
Yeah.
You should write that. Articles
I wrote some of it.
Yeah, you should finish it. Like,
But
I was pretty happy that my Gothic one did pretty well on the site.
Yeah,
so
I
I
just
think
feel like it didn't have an argument behind it.
yeah, I think there's an argument there, but you just have to figure it out. But I think it's an interesting subject matter because I don't think anyone else has really dealt with it. I think that's why, like, our reviews are fun and they're like good old, like, surefire ways of getting content out quickly, and we don't really have to think about it too much.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but,
no,
like,
that sounds kind of wrong. We do think.
Oh, you know
it.
what I mean. Like, it's a tried and true content. It has a form. It has
Sure.
it has definable boundaries.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But like those articles, like, no one else has written about the Gothic literature and how it ties into video games and how the video games are moving into that space.
That's what you think.
That's what I think, and that's what I make my argument for in it. And I think that stuff is fundamentally much more interesting than just like putting a score on something and calling it a day.
Yeah. No,
I want to do more of that stuff. I have to think about my next one. Any ideas, Ross Hartley? Anything you want me to write about?
You should start a feature called Defending Your Game, and your first article should be Dead Space 3.
I mean, you can go read my review. It's basically that.
That one Nazi kicked my ass. He took loads of my health. Oh.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Damn poorly.
Talking and playing, it's kind of hard.
I'm better at it than you.
Oh yes, I'm terrible.
Oh shit. If
I said I was good at anything, really.
No. Well, one thing that was really impressive about this, one thing that impressed me when I played this back in the day was that I thought from level to level they did a good job of keeping the Nazi uniforms fresh. There's just loads of different types of Nazi in this.
Sure, they all look kind of like grey blobs from a distance.
No, that's what I mean. Like, just there were blue ones and green ones, and ones were camouflage. And I'm like, whoa,
whoa.
Hey.
I mean, that's like one of their main enemies, right? Like, is there a variety in enemy types, or is it mostly here's a Nazi guy?
So the perfect well, I wanted to segue there, so we died there, but we're gonna move on forward into the crypt area, which is still not that far, but that's where you get some of the more supernatural stuff. No,
you think the supernatural stuff has gotten more like intense the further on, the older the franchise gets?
No, I think this game went really crazy with it. Well,
crazier than Ravens?
Ravens, well, they both go about it in a different way. I think this game went more for enemies and settings, while the Raven one went more for giving the player supernatural abilities with the veil in that game, which we'll get to. But yeah.
So now you're fighting guys with axes and shields.
Yeah, and there's zombies. Not only do they claw at you, but they also summon these skulls that sort of spin around you and shoot at you. It's pretty mean.
Sounds pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Later on, there are Nazis, like Nazis in mech armor that shoot at you. There are a mix between like a Nazi like monster guy with like no legs, and he like jumps after you. It's pretty hideous. It's great. Good array of enemies throughout this game. That's what I will say.
It's nice to see there are enemy variety, though, apart from here's Nazi Man and here's bigger Nazi Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was more or less Wolfenstein 3D. There's some more if I didn't get to, but yeah.
I was making a. Is there dogs?
In this game?
Yeah.
That's a good question, actually. I don't think there are.
Did you finish this game back in the day?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It's a pretty hard game, but the final boss is a piece of cake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was a game you played recently where the final boss sucked?
That's like all of them. No,
It was a first-person shooter thing. What was it? Rise of the Triad?
Rise of the Triad. Yep, that sucked. Yaiba's last boss. That was pretty bad. There's a fire-spitting zombie back there. Some infighting as well.
So here's the Doom thing of them fighting each other, Nazis and monsters.
I actually think that's more of a Halo thing, even though it predates Halo. You know, just the fact that there's two factions fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know, like the Flood and the Covenant or whatever. And you get stuck in the middle between it. And you sort of work out.
So, that was some of my favorite moments in Halo.
Or even Half-Life, I suppose, with the soldiers and the
zombies and stuff like that.
I'm using the Sten gun here, which is a silenced submachine gun, but it overheats, which is that red bar in the corner.
I was wondering what that was. I was wondering if you were taking fire damage or something, or if you got a burn.
Using a burn card? No. But this Sten uses the same ammo as like the MP40 and stuff, but it does a lot more damage for no good reason. But
yeah, seems to overheat really quickly though.
It does. It's balanced. You know, that's what I'm trying to say.
Is it though?
You know, this was a big multiplayer game in its day. I don't know. Shrugs. I never really played much of it.
Yeah.
It was, big class-based thing. I suppose it came out before Battlefield 1942, so I suppose that's something. Didn't see a lot of games like that back then. You had Tribes, and stuff like that, but still pretty.
People have a deep love for Tribes.
They do.
Deep. Like I've never played it, but people get very, very intense about liking Tribes.
I did play the free-to-play one. I did think it was quite good, but not really my thing as far as shooters go.
It seems like a bad area to be in.
Yeah, it was okay.
Is Firefall out yet?
Is that one of those games that's in beta forever?
It's like the thing that kept showing up at PAX.
Yeah. But I think people play it though.
It's in beta forever. Is that the okay?
It might be. I'm guessing. I'm completely guessing.
I mean, like Smite finally got out of beta, so that's the thing.
When
played like a match of that.
Yeah. I just like the day that DayZ finally comes out of early access will be like the end of the world.
That's the actual like sign of the end times.
There's some traps here, so I'm gonna F5 the shit out of this.
Man, I fucking hate early access.
Oh, let's have a rant about that.
It's lazy. It's lazy.
In what way, Isaac Wagner?
Because then your game never has to actually be finished or come out because you're already charging people for it. So theoretically, like it's not like Kickstarter where theoretically a product needs to come. When you kickstart something, you're getting a promise that a game is going to come out. Early access, that promise is not necessarily there in writing. Like it's like, here, you can try out this game. It may or may not ever come out, but here you go.
Yeah.
Also, like, they'll usually do terrible things like, here's more prices. These games are higher prices. These games are cheaper. It's just a weird, like, it feels like an extra, like, sales thing. It doesn't. It just feels like it's taking advantage of the consumer. And you get broken pieces of shit that don't work, or games that never come out of beta. I don't like it. Also, it floods Steam Marketplace with more garbage that's already there.
Yep, that's true. That's the bit I don't like.
Yeah.
And they don't clearly mark it as early access on the front page. That's actually probably the bit that I don't like.
It's actually pretty easy to buy a game and then realize, oh no, this was early access. Fuck.
Yeah, because it's not even. You have to scroll down to see what it's early access, don't you?
Yeah, and there's weird like Steam will put early access games on sale. Sometimes it's
It has happened, yeah. I think that Contagion game or whatever it's called, that was like...
Interstellar Marines has been on sale a couple of
Oh,
times.
you bought me it.
I was thinking about getting it, but
You bought me it.
yeah, I did. I did buy you it, so you could tell me if it was good or not.
Well, I haven't played it, so I can't...
I see how it is, fucking Ross Hartley.
You see what it is.
You see what it is. Whoa, that's a ghost cup.
Well, 30 seconds ago. Come on. You know, for the fans here.
30 seconds ago. Come on.
For the fans. Because they see it in real time.
They do. But I don't. Sad face.
The bullets can ping off the shields and get you that way.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I like that. It's rude.
These guys do look like something you'd see in that bloody Dark Souls game you keep on banging on about.
Yeah.
But I do, the thing that I like about this game is that you really feel like you're stumbling upon some serious stuff. You know, it just
Dark
keeps on
shit.
getting weirder and weirder, and yeah, it's really cool. I really like how this game, like, even though the gameplay is pretty much the same from start to finish, they do a good job of keeping things fresh with a steady stream of new environments and new weapons.
New enemies. So there's a good sense of progression.
Yeah, that's the thing that I miss about you know, older shooters, is that with, you know, a really big arsenal that you can carry around at all times, they can slowly introduce new weapons to you in such a way that every gun you get, it seems like an important new thing. Does that make sense?
Oh, sure. Because these games are less about sandbox gameplay than they are about, like, I don't know what the word for it is, but, like, I think of, like, a sandbox, like, shooter, and I think of Halo, where it gives you a certain tool set and you can manipulate it in this larger environment. And these are more corridory, like, straightforward affairs.
Yeah.
And not to say Halo is not linear, because it is, but the weapons in it do weird stuff. Sometimes do weird stuff. The enemies do weird stuff. They have interesting AI. They interact with each other in interesting ways.
It's just the fact that all the weapons, you can only carry two at once, but they're all balanced, so it's sort of an interesting preference thing. Well, in this stuff here,
it's not necessary. They don't need to be balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Resistance was a weird callback to that, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good game. So yeah, I needed the defending your game on that. Oh.
On Resistance. I remember being okay, but
I think it's a good game.
I wasn't overly impressed. The franchise didn't have any legs, though. 2 was super dumb.
2 was terrible, yeah.
Can we agree 2 is dumb?
2's terrible.
Very good. I heard 3's a lot better, so I want to give it a try sometime.
So do I.
Yeah.
But I sort of want to finish 2, just to say that I have. Done.
You didn't finish 2? Oh.
No, it's not bad.
I did.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's not that bad,
It's
but it's
2
bad.
out of 5, but it's crap.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 5.
Really
Yeah.
crap. It's been nice to play this stuff, but that's why I'm being a little bit cautious here. I do remember this game being hard. Yeah.
Hell's hard.
Yeah, this level introduces those Nazi woman, terrible people.
Even though you have a large arsenal, you don't really seem to be messing with it too much.
Because I'm only at the start of the game. Dickhead!
Well, is there actually a large arsenal, or is it?
Yeah, no, it gets way bigger. There's like the minigun, the rocket launcher, flamethrower. Flamethrower's amazing in this game. Different pistols. There are dual pistols. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. There's a really good single shot rifle that kind of becomes your bread and butter later on.
Okay.
But yeah, this is still so early on. This is like maybe an hour in.
Are these
It's
all
a pretty
fake?
long game.
Are these fake guns or like real guns?
No, these are real guns. You never heard of the Sten? That's what the British use.
No. The British fought in World War II? No.
Yeah, it was all just Americans, you know.
It's all just America. We've led the way. Freedom. So were you fighting the hitman nuns back there?
Yes, pretty much battle nuns, but in this case, battle Nazis.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this.
Well, aren't all Nazis battle Nazis?
They're pretty tough. Like these guys.
They're like
do a
jumping
lot
around.
of
Their
damage,
hitboxes
yeah.
seem pretty small.
I might die here, but we'll see. Yeah, I died. The overheat got me. What can I say?
Bad video games.
I'm bad at video games. That's the problem.
Terrible. Terrible.
The worst. Don't I have a quick save? It's a bit further from that. Yes, I do.
They're like, they get in your face.
They do? Yeah. AI is pretty good in this game for its time. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's amazing, but it's you know, they fight with purpose. You know, they come after you and stuff.
I really like the tone of the next Wolfenstein, like the weird kind of alternate history, future. And there are some hints that there's like supernatural stuff in it. They won't talk about how the Nazis got all of this crazy technology. Except say, it's kind of weird. So that's exciting.
Yes, I agree.
Our nuns aren't procking this time.
No, they're not.
Aggroing.
What's the term? Leashing?
Aggroing.
Aggro? Oh, leashing's when they go away, yeah. I'm doing better this time. I'm using the Thompson, but the ammo for it's so rare. Because you never see... You never really see, like, fallen Americans in this game. Like, you are the American.
You see, it's badass because it's the American gun.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree, alright?
Yeah, you blew through that ammo pretty quickly.
Oh no, I mean, I've always had low ammo for it, but, like... It's just getting lower the more I use it on these battlemen. And yeah, you don't find much of it throughout the entire game. It's just one of those guns you never get much ammo for.
It's kind of weird you don't have it. Oh, wait, I guess you do have an ammo counter. I didn't see that at the side there.
Oh yeah, I absolutely do, yeah.
Yeah.
Changes colour though, based on its how much you have left. I'm pretty happy with how I've been doing this. This is a good run so far.
Yeah, you gotta blow through your best gun's ammo, but it's working out.
I would say the sniper rifle is really good in this game. It's the same rifle I was using like just a tiny bit of earlier, but you don't have the scope for it right away. But once you get the scope, it's one of the best weapons in the game. It's really strong, but it is slow.
Sure. I mean, it's a sniper rifle, right? So.
Yeah. For sure. I'm looking forward to showing off the next Wolfenstein on camera. Yeah. Because I like the upgradable stuff it has. But it went in a different way in terms of weapons. You know, instead of having loads of weapons like the way this did, they went for the upgrade route. Which, you know, pros and cons to both. But I don't know. I like having loads of guns. You know, I'm a simpleton.
As long as the guns are interesting. Like if they're all like stock generic things, I really don't care.
Yeah, but no, this game has, you know, ridiculous miniguns and stuff.
I don't know if you watched that last New Order trailer, but it seems like there's some really weird fucking guns in that game.
I did, but I didn't notice anything that weird.
There's a weird like laser lock-on thing. I don't know. It was weird.
Well, there's like the laser thing that cuts through cover, and you can shoot for it.
Yeah, it was something different. It was bigger.
Yeah. Does this have a
I don't really see the point. I think that's one thing, like, from a distance. I don't really see the point of that laser cutter thing. I don't think I would use it very much.
At least they're trying. God damn it.
Sure, but it doesn't mean they're successful. I can see it being used for puzzles, but in terms of, like, in-combat scenarios, no.
Oh, no. Please don't. Don't put puzzles in it, please. That's not what I want.
It's gonna be hell's puzzles, dude. Sorry.
Like, puzzle, like, tile sliding puzzles and stuff.
It's gonna be Half-Life puzzles, like, put this box over here on this thing.
Oh, no.
Oh, grab physics! Fucking Half-Life, goddamn.
I know. Can't wait to do a Hall of Fame on that.
Nope.
You won't be in for it, don't you worry, I'll get a guest. Gordon Freeman himself.
Gordon Freeman. Hey, Gordon, how you doing? Good to know.
That's what he would say.
Yeah. This level's on.
I don't know. It wasn't really.
I mean,
It was just.
found Nazis.
Well, there was quite a lot of them, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't a very long level. It was, 5 to 10 of them.
Oh, so there's armor. Okay.
Yep, there's armor. There is stamina. That's what the green bar on the left's all about.
So you had to knife that door to death?
I did. I could have kicked it down, but I thought the knife was more effective.
What another game? Bulletstorm had a kick, right?
It did, yes. The best kick, maybe.
Really excited about Bulletstorm 2.
Well, it's not coming out. Spoilers.
Well, thankfully, in lieu of that, I can play Borderlands, a pre-sequel.
Don't get me started on that.
No?
This is the first boss, by the way, so you'll be excited to see that.
I don't know, that Serious Sam boss was pretty impressive.
Well, no, it's not as good as that.
Shame.
It's a big fat shite. Where do you see him? There
Is it like, when you beat him, just say you defeated?
I hope so.
Pretty good.
It's been a while since I beat him. I don't remember.
Oh, sorry, victory achieved.
Ugh. No, you defeated. It's better.
I know. They didn't agree, though. That's a big old poo man.
Yeah, big poo man.
Why are you fighting him? What do you do?
I don't know. He's a fat Nazi. But
Is he a Nazi sympathizer?
yes, he is.
I see he has big old skulls flying around him, too.
Yeah, I think they're full-on ghosts.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Your MP40 does shit damage.
I mean, these guys are pretty. This fat guy, I think he would take it anything.
I mean, the zombies, you're kind of just standing there and shooting them for a while.
Yeah, the stand's better, but that overheats. And this Thompson's obviously better because it's the American gun, but where's the bullets?
Fuck yeah.
Huh?
Is it M1 Grand?
No, it's not actually. Good question. Good question.
That's my favorite World War II gun. That's one of my favorite guns. Weird. Fantastic sound.
Oh, enemy front. You're gonna hit this, right? That's a pre-order bonus gun.
Oh! They knew. They know.
I know.
They know that's all they got. Oh man, are these like dead babies he's throwing at you? What's going on?
No, that's we haven't got to the Doom Free video yet.
Or Dante's Inferno, or Dead Space 2.
But not Dead Space 3 because it's covered.
I thought, were they not? I'm pretty sure they're in Dead Space 3.
They probably are. But I'm just raking your bacon, as we'd say.
Is that what people say?
That's what people say.
I do. You can go back to the ammo room, like.
This the concept of an ammo room. We don't get that anymore.
I mean, like
with
when
good
games
reason. I mean, that's
used to
very
do it, or
yeah.
when games used to do it or do it, they like lock that area off afterward.
Yeah.
Like Halo 4 actually had a couple parts like that.
Yeah. It's just
like the last level.
I can understand why people don't do it. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm in this like weird, creepy, nasty castle. There's just a room full of health and ammo. You know, they don't even disguise it as like an armory or like a storage room. It's just here's a room with.
Here's a ship. Here's a fucking room with a bunch of shit in it. Oh, he killed the big Bob man. I didn't even.
Yeah, he was easy. He's not much of a threat. I remember the last boss being easy as well, which is surprising because this game does get hard. Cutscenes are terrible on this. Can't seem to skip this one though.
Is that Zeppelin?
No,
No, it's a plane.
It's just a plane.
Zeppelins are hella dumb. I'm just gonna say.
What? Blimps?
Blimps are stupid.
Oh no.
They're like disasters waiting to happen.
That's why people like them.
No.
That's why it was the pre-order bonus in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really?
It was pretty lame, though.
Weird.
What's the next level
That's
here?
a terrible name for Office of Secret Actions. That's the worst name.
Welcome. Oh. You know, not at all suspicious, is it?
No.
So, new level. And
Infiltrate.
they took away.
And by infiltrate, shoot everybody.
No, they took away my guns. I've only got the knife and the stand.
It seems pretty good, so.
The stand is pretty good. But this is an example. They're sort of pushing stealth, I think, a little bit in this level.
Well, the stim's like silence, so.
Yeah.
I do like his stabbing animation. It's pretty good.
It's very fast as well.
Ghost fucked it all up with that knife animation.
Ghosts, well, you know, I like that
Some
game.
people would say.
Some people would say, but I like that game. Because I'm a bad person, apparently. I don't know.
Bought the season pass. You
I don't like to admit it, but I did.
I'm trying to think if I've ever bought a season pass.
It's... I think a
Season
multiplayer...
pass to Wolf Among Us.
I think multiplayer season passes are okay, but single player ones I don't ever condone, really.
I mean, I got the Wolf Among Us one, but that was just because you got a discounted price on the entire season.
Well,
so it's literally
that's a bit different anyway.
Yeah.
I think a game like that, you know, if you like it, you're obviously going to get the whole thing. You're not going to be like, well, I'm only going to play episode 2, 3, and 1 or whatever, you know. You're going to have to go for the whole hog. What am I doing?
So it is lame that on the PC you have to buy the entire season. You don't get options to buy episodes individually.
Yeah, it's not as good. I agree.
But it was on sale for a pretty good price during the week, so.
Yeah, and I think it was even on sale before Christmas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they had a thing on the Xbox where episode 1 was free for all.
Yeah. They did that with episode 1 of The Walking Dead eventually.
They did. You're correct.
So that makes sense. Seems like a good business model. Interesting that Game of Thrones thing, and that Borderlands thing in a weird abstracted kind of way.
Oh no, I'm getting sniped at. I don't have any good anti-sniping countermeasures. And I've been detected! It's a stealth mission! Right, that's the end of it. Thank you very much for watching Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I've been Ross Hartley.
And we what we call him Rage Ross Harley around here. Rage and Ross Harley.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I'm Isaac Wegner, I guess.
Sorry for the black screen. I didn't. I forgot that we weren't doing monitor capture anymore. But what can you do? Okay, thank you very much, and we'll be back sometime in May, or maybe towards the very end of April. You know,